Show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. Show me light, show me love. Make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got.
Yay! Am I the only one that's getting excited in this song? Like every time the opening song comes up, I'm all jamming over here. Good morning, my beautiful people. How are we doing? Again, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to another episode of Inspirational Beauty with Lulu-Lee. Sorry, I just took a sip of my smoothie. Cheers. How is everybody doing today? You know the vibes. We have a live chat that is already kicking. Hello, beautiful Leonor. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy you finally get to be here, even if just for a little bit. Thank you, my beautiful sister. For those of you who can read Hebrew, she said it's very exciting. Another episode. Everything is always so interesting and enriching. Um, thank you. So yes, welcome another episode. Listen, let somebody know, share this with someone. You know what we do, you know how the vibes are. We are here to share light and love, to share some wisdom, to keep people enlightened about how we can become a better version of ourselves. So do what you need to do. Click on something, share something with someone, and let them know where they can find us this morning. I'm excited. Today we have another great show, of course. We're going to talk about the subconscious mind. Now, again, like with any other subject we spoke about thus far, I always tell you it's the first time, it's definitely not the last time, because every subject, when it comes to, self-development, self-awareness, spirituality, all these things that we talk about, beauty, they're going to keep returning. Even, when I had the segment about the cleansing, I'm going to talk about cleanser 50 more times because there are so many different kinds and so many different ways to use it. So subconscious is an enormous subject, but today we're going to touch on it from an angle that I personally love, experienced, and really it changed my life. So we're going to learn about hypnosis therapy from a beautiful lady I got to work with, and now you're going to get to meet, and I'm excited. So before we start, before we get to the subject, I want a few PSAs, some public service announcements, because I hardly get to them at the end because we always talk so much. So let's start with this. I need you guys to email me. There are so many different things you can be part of this show. I love bringing, experts to the show, right? All my guests thus far were experts, I'm sorry, in their field. But this show is about inspirational beauty. And we all have an inspiring and beautiful story to share. We don't have to be pros in anything in order to inspire. We have to be reminded constantly that our life's journey and the things that we went through are inspirational enough. So I want to hear from you guys. I would love to have you guys as guests on the show, just for a conversation, to share your inspirational story, what you went through, what you've been through, what do you have to give the audience. The conversation here, like I said in the episode 1, it's not about perfection, right? It's about connection. We're trying to build a community of inspirational beauty souls that are all here for the same reason, to become better in being who we are and in walking this journey with pride from what we went through. I wear my traumas with medals, because I really am proud of everything I went through. So I need you to not forget to email me sometimes. And June 25th actually is going to be a show where I'm not going to have a guest. You guys are going to be my guests. I mentioned it before, and I would love to have and hear more of your stories. On June 25th, we're going to have the What Would Lulu Do segment. This segment, if you weren't here in episode one, I'm going to recap you real quick. My beautiful girl C, who I lost 2 years ago, always used to tell me that I need to have my show that will be called What Would Lulu Do? Because I have the best advice and the best perspective. And every time she comes to me with her nonsense, I know exactly what to say. And literally 2 days before she passed away, we were on a call, and that was her last sentence to me, just so you guys understand how powerful and meaningful this is to me. She said, "Come on, Elle, when are you going to do this show already? You have to get on it, get on YouTube, get on somewhere, and start helping people. They need you." And we said, "I loved you." And that was the last time we spoke. So, in honor of her, I created this segment. It's not a full show yet, it's just a segment in this show, but it's a segment where we're going to share. You're going to share some kind of a adversity that you're going through, or a situation, or an issue, and I can help you with it. I would love to help you with it. So, please send me. I already have a few, so I'm probably going to choose two, maybe three emails that day to read. You can come on the show if you like. Every email that I got thus far wants to be anonymous, and I respect that. So just so you know, you have either option. You can write me an email and just say, "This is what I'm going through. If you can help out, And regardless, you're going to get a reply from me, even if I choose it for the show or not. I'm here for you, and I'm happy to help. So I wanted you to know that. Uh, One last thing. This is still going on, and we have 20% off of this beautiful skincare. So I want you guys to take advantage of it. I was just on the website yesterday for a client of mine. I was trying to help her what to purchase. The eye creams are already sold out. The face mask is already sold out. Take advantage of this beautiful skincare line. I don't know if I mentioned it the first time I spoke about it, but this skincare line is my sis. So I'm beyond proud and beyond excited. I don't talk about it a lot of times because I don't want people to think, I'm biased. But I'll tell you, I have access to thousands of dollars of skincare because of what I do. So I get companies send me free stuff all the time, and I get things. I enroll different products from different lines here and there, but the core of everything I use is her stuff, because they really changed my skin and they changed my life, and they're in my makeup kit. I use it on all my clients. So I highly recommend it. Go for it, do it, enjoy it. You are not going to regret it. Trust me. I will put the QR code for you guys right here, and I'll put that again so you can see the coupon code. Very easy to remember. Lulu-Lee 20. Let me see. There we go. So you have that. You can scan the QR code right now. It will take you to her Amazon store and enjoy the 20%. All right, so let's take the QR code off and let's get business. Keep writing me in the live chat. The live chat. I love to hear from you. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you being a sponsor on the show. I have some beauty for you too. I got some new makeup stuff. That's going to be in another show though, because we're going to do a whole segment about makeup. All right, so let's get into our subject of the day, the subconscious mind. Let me share this quick. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. I know that's right. So, the subconscious mind, some people call it the unconscious mind, is the part of our mind that is not fully aware, yet it controls basically everything. Our automatic uh, actions, breathing, heartbeat. It stores in it our memories, our desires, trauma memories, different things like, um, what else I would say, beliefs, our beliefs, which create our patterns, which we get stuck with because the subconscious mind control everything we do. The way I love to explain the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and that's my easy way, of course, and it's very general. But when you learn how to drive, you have to do it consciously, right? You learn actually the steps on how to drive. But once you've learned it, that's it. You don't do it anymore. You don't operate while you drive from the conscious mind. You actually do it from the subconscious mind because the subconscious mind already got it on lock. You know what you're doing. You get in the car and you just do automatically what you know how to do, right? So first it was here, then it went here, and then it became a part of you. The problem is sometimes that a lot of beliefs and traumatic memories and things that are stored, feelings, emotions that are stored in the subconscious that control us, we don't really want them to control us. We're trying to break out of them and trying to, get rid of them because we find ourselves living in a loop that constantly make us do the same thing that we are actually trying to break out of, especially when it comes to the subconscious mind. And there are ways to help it. You can prompt it with positive thinking, positive affirmations, and different things like that. After our conversation with our guest, which I'm going to bring up in a second, because her, you know, everything that she does is so interesting. And if you've seen the promos for this show, I spoke about how much she helped me in my personal journey and gave me a big breakthrough. And, I saw it. I saw how I keep doing the same thing from the subconscious, and it was time to just go over the timeline and change things up. Um, but at the end of the show, I'm going to share with you, gift you a meditation that I actually recorded a couple of years ago. I think maybe like 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. That is a 5-minute meditation that you go to sleep with. That is prompting to reprogram your subconscious mind. Love that meditation. It's called Unlock Your Block because we all have blocks in there. And I'm gonna share it with you guys so you can have something to take with you. I did write some notes in here. I don't even need my notes. I just wanted to read one quote that I really love. The subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's by Bob Proctor, and that is really the basic of how we can recreate and create a life that is positive, because really the subconscious mind, because it has stored all these things and control us, it really controls our reality, and with that, our destiny. And if we want to create a reality that is more positive and more creative and really aligns with the things that we want to do, then we have to help our subconscious mind become the one that controls our life in the way we chose for it, and the way we want it to be. So enough with my mumbling. I will bring our guest that is a specialist with everything. She's a certified hypnotherapist, and she's also a sub reset specialist. I know she works she does a neuroscience in training right now, and I'm butchering what she's doing, but she'll do it better than me. But I remember when we first met, I asked her, what's the core experience of what she does with, like, what is she works on especially. And she said, well, you know, toxic relationship, trauma memory, burnout, home life balance, emotional trauma. I'm like, yeah, that That one too. So when I tell you we all have things that we would love to break out of, and they are in our subconscious and they can help us out. Um, it's not an understatement. There's really so many things that the subconscious stores and kind of stop us from doing the things that we want to do, and that's in continuance to mindset, which we spoke about last week. Everything kind of works together. So, without further ado, here is Meital Baroz. Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello. Lulu-Lee. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. I'm so excited for this conversation. We worked together before, so as soon as I started the show and I was kind of listing myself who I want to be as a guest, you were one of the first people who popped up into my head because I was like, people need to hear you, people need to learn from you, and I really appreciate everything that you do. So, why don't you kind of bring us into what it is that you do? Because like I did this promo on social media where I spoke about hypnosis, and I'm like, it's not a magician that's gonna abuse you on stage. It's a whole nother story. This is actual therapy. So tell us a little bit about what you do, how you do it, and we'll go from there.
So, hypnosis briefly, it's the state between being awake and falling asleep.
Mm,
Okay. And in a session, we utilize this state because we can benefit from it so much. Anything that we want to do and we cannot do, imagine that there is like a resistance between the willing, the choice, something that we want to change or do, and we cannot do it for a reason. So
mm,
anytime we want to do something, there is a processing of the subconscious mind having like a processing of getting the decision. And if you cannot do it, it's not like capable. No, you're not capable of doing it. Try to understand the subconscious mind. Truly believe that for your safety, it's better for you not to do it. So it's like a constant conflict between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and between them there is kind of a layer of resistance. And we know that while we are going to hypnosis, meaning the being awake and falling asleep, this layer is getting very soft, like smooth, and we can bypass the this layer. So usually what we do in a session, we have a talk, so we understand the subconscious mind first, all the reasons why not to act on something, and then we create this state for for drifting into the subconscious mind in a way that we can deliver the right suggestions. So in a session, we utilize this state for the purpose of reprogramming the mind, rewire the mind, and reset the subconscious mind to do the alignment between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind.
subconscious mind. Beautiful. So kind of like breaking that resistance between the two of them by prompting the things that we need to hear or want to hear. And obviously after, like, so you start a session, I know that from a personal experience with you, but when you start a session, you talk to the client because you need to know what they need to break out of, right? Uh,
Yes, so also the pre-talk, we do it. I'm doing advanced tools of hypnosis and neuroscience modalities. Nowadays, we have so many tools to truly understand the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is not saying, no, you have to be stuck and disappointed and with the frustration and sadness and anger. No, there is a reason why he create all those setbacks. So we first understand the subconscious mind, what might be the real reason. We first reveal the real reason why not to, and then we say, okay, resistance, stay aside for a moment, allow us to communicate with the subconscious mind and say something like, hey, listen, the real risk is you are not allowing me to act on it.
mm,
You don't allow me to, you don't want me to take the risk, but because it's, as just as you said, it's like a loop. So let's say that I don't want to do something because if I'll do it, I'm taking a risk. By not doing it, I load more of the frustration or anger or sadness.
yes,
So bottom line, it's like a loop. It will meet me in the corner. So we
yes.
want to face the subconscious mind with what is the outcome of not allowing me to act on it.
Love that. I love that. And so when we started working too, I remember I was asking you all these questions and you said, okay, let me draw it for you so it'll be easier for you to understand. So I told you I want you on the show to draw because I know you have a modality that you explain or the way that it works. So if you can, for our audience and for myself, to a good reminder, do that beautiful drawing again for us and reminds us how does it really work, because it really is so fascinating to understand the mind. And a lot of times, like you said, we're stuck in those moments of frustration or anger, or seeing ourselves doing the same thing over and over again, and we beat ourselves up about it, like, how am I here again? Why did I do it again? And it's like we think we're not okay but doing it, but it's so much deeper layer than that when we understand where it's coming from and understand and get the tools to help it, we can change it. So yeah, let us see your art, please, if you
Just
can.
for your audience to know, I have a very long background as an architectural planner. So
Mm,
because all our patterns and emotional baggage are systematically layered, like it's like a structure. So, and also we know that thanks to neuroplasticity, in any given moment, we can actually reshape the mind. So it's just like remodeling, and for that reason, I really like I'll do the drawing. I like to show my clients and your audience the idea behind it, because it's dramatically simplified the understanding and the process of the change.
mhm.
So I'll draw one of them. I have different sketches, but I'll draw
I
one of
know.
them for you.
I know. I used to love in our sessions where you used to bring the drawings. I'm like, yeah, drawing time. Let me hear it.
Okay,
And before
so
you start, I just want to say, anybody, if you have, in the live chat, of course, say hi, to let us know that you're here, let us know where you're from. Press those hearts for us so we can pick up the algorithm so more people can join and listen to all this wisdom. And if you have any specific questions, I asked Meital already prior, and she said she's happy to answer them. So, stay tuned in the conversation and share with us your thoughts in the chat. Go ahead.
okay, so just as you said before, when we want to truly have a meaningful therapeutic or healing breakthrough, okay, it's critically important to access the subconscious mind. And one important piece of information to understand about the subconscious mind, it doesn't work with timeline. Okay,
Mm,
the language of the subconscious mind is imagery and emotions, meaning it doesn't really care if you are now an adult or it's been like 10 years or 20 years or 30 years of just doing the same. Okay,
mm.
but as we know, we do have timeline. Okay, so can you see the board? So let's say that this is the timeline. Okay, we know that in early ages, okay, naturally we all in hypnotic state of mind. Okay, as kids we don't have still the conscious part of the mind. We are constantly in hypnotic state. Okay, meaning the mind is open to get suggestions and ideas based on the environment. Okay, so we absorb and we sit there and we see different kind of events and we feel something, and then the mind start to form itself. Okay, so there is something is happening, an event, a feeling, and we start to form the perception. Okay, and because there is repetition, okay, so the mind starts to loop. So you can imagine yourself as a baby. So many things are happening around you. The mind absorb it, and the perceptions start to form. Okay. For that reason, most of the things that affect our life as an adult, we can't truly remember. That is why it's subconscious. Okay. So we have the emotions. We have the mind start to understand who we truly are. In a certain point we reach to the age that we start to socially interact with people, so that's also when we start to compare ourselves and to value ourselves. Okay, so now I'm also doubting myself and I'm wondering, who am I? What about my self-confidence? Okay, and always, because we are emotional creatures, we have more and more of the emotions. Okay, so if I feel good about myself, I will have those kinds of emotions. If I'm doubting myself and I don't really happy with my way of being, okay, so it will also load always constantly. This loop is like reinforced, okay, by emotional perceptions and events and things that are happening around you. Okay, around the age of 8 or 9, we start to develop the conscious mind. Okay, so now let's say that we can move forward. Okay, but now that I have my way of being, my way of analyzing things, okay, most of the subconscious mind is already programmed.
Mm.
So in certain point, we start to say, hold on a second, I already developed so much of the awareness, and I have skills, I have abilities, I have understanding, and I want to do things differently. Okay. So the subconscious mind is not telling you, no, you cannot do it. But there is kind of a check. It just checks on you. Okay. So let's say that in a certain point, the person is saying, okay, enough, I truly want to make a change. Okay, usually that's when they meet me, for example. Okay,
Yes.
so we will say, okay, we won't be able to go back in time,
Right.
right? Okay, but don't forget, the subconscious mind doesn't
Doesn't know
really care
time.
about it. Okay, so actually now we are tricking the subconscious mind with different kind of maneuvers. Okay, this line would, let's say, that represent the resistance. We want to be able to move forward in a different way. Okay, there is a check. So this could be the fear, the challenge, the obstacles, all the words that we use, like we need to overcome it. Okay, doubt.
Mhm.
Okay, so if we don't pass the check, the test, okay, so we will continue just the same. The loop will be just the same loop. Okay,
Yes.
so while we are doing the work, we want to say the subconscious, hold on a second, okay, let us show you, okay, what might be happening if you will allow this person to move forward in a different way. So how we do it? First, we have to bypass the resistance. That's
Yes.
when hypnosis come to place. Okay, so we reduce the resistance. Okay, and then we are saying something very simple. Let's go back. Okay,
Where it all
and
started.
the formula is like 3 R's. So this is the first one. The first R goes for release.
Mhm.
Okay, so we can change the perception because this person is no longer a child. Okay,
Right.
when you arrived to me, okay, you were talking about, oh, I want to do it in New York. I want to, na, na, na. You are already in New York and you
Right.
still behaving as if you live like, okay, so we are doing, okay, hold on a second. For sure, as a fact, okay, another thing I like about the subconscious mind, it cannot argue with facts. So as a fact, I'm no longer a child. Okay,
Right.
so we can change so much of the perceptions because I have the ability, the skill, the awareness. I have all the tools, all the beautiful things, all the books, all the workshops, anything that you can think of. Okay, so we can change the perception and right away the emotional charge. So it's like
Yes.
all the emotional charge, we are doing the release. Okay, once we do the release, okay, the mind keeps on looping, but in a different way, meaning the loop is more clear, like it's like there is less setbacks. Okay,
Yes.
so we can move forward in a different way. So that will be the secondary. This is the reshape. The mind will still is looping and looping and looping, but in a different way. And the thing I like the most is like because there is this kind of being of feeling, okay, so that's when you can start to evolve and thrive and feel this kind of a boost, meaning the third re is rebuild. That's when you can truly rebuild the trust or the confidence or the sense of belonging or anything that you are dealing with. So that's what we can do. We can release all the things that happened until now, and as you move forward, do it in a way that the mind is behaving and reacting in a different way.
Love it. I love it. Welcome back. So it's release, and
Re-
what's the second?
Reshape
Reshape and rebuild.
and rebuild. Okay?
Perfect.
So
Yes.
maybe for the first time in your life, okay, you can say, hey, this is my way of being. This is my perception.
Right.
So we won't be able to go back in time, but once we drain the emotional charge from the memory, okay, so this could be like, you can use it as something that, like knowledge or life
Yes.
experience, okay, and you move forward in a different way.
Yes. And I
Okay, now,
know, go ahead.
just one more thing, don't
Yeah, please.
forget, we have to be able to deal with the resistance.
Right.
That's the key. And what we are doing in a session, actually, so we reduce the resistance in order to deliver the right suggestions, because the mind is open to get new ideas. Okay, and because the subconscious mind can understand, oh, if I will let go of this habit or this setback, okay, the default of the mind is relaxation and joy and like feel good vibes. Okay,
Yes.
so actually we are showing the mind, you keep me stuck. So let's say that this is stuck, unstuck, low self-esteem, self-confidence, not achieving, I don't know, things in life, success.
Right.
Okay, and because the subconscious mind is like a child, truly, love to be, like a joy and fun and relaxation and all of that. Okay, also we are talking, health. It's not healthy to have so much stress and the cortisol. We better have dopamine and serotonin and the
Yeah.
good vibe
The
of.
good.
So that's
Absolutely.
briefly the
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 way of
model.
the mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that model. And when we worked together, I remember because we started, and it's really because I was asking all the questions that anyone would ask, are you going to hypnotize me? And you're like, no, we're just relaxing, it's a meditative state. And it really was like that. We just spoke and you calmed me down, and it was like a little guided meditation. And then you brought in the music, and I know you have your prompts that you do in order to kind of connect and break the subconscious and do what it needs. I think the moment for me, one of my biggest breakthroughs with you were in my personal journey, was that I thought I was not successful. Funny enough, because I was preparing for the show, I wanted to look when was it that we worked. It was literally now, June, but 2022, so 3 years ago. uh and I remember we started the conversation, and I was telling you about all the things that I do, and I don't even know how we got to it. And kind of in a conversation I said, I don't think I'm successful. And you were so shocked because you see all the things that I do, and you see all the things that I'm part of, and you're like, are you seriously don't think you're successful? And I'm like, no. And you're like, why not? And for me, in my subconscious mind, I related success to the numbers in the bank. And because the money wasn't there the way I thought it should be or the way I expected it, I didn't feel successful. And I think that was a moment where we went back into my perspectives as a child and how it's locked into my subconscious, and started the work from there. And it was a huge moment because I literally started seeing how successful I am and my success because I did everything I wanted to do. It made it easier for me to see what I want to do in life, because I remember there was a moment where I had to ask myself, well, if you have the option between doing Beyonce's makeup or standing on stage and inspiring people, which one would you choose? And I knew I wanted to stand on stage, all respect to Beyonce and my love for makeup. And that's when I realized, like, I can be successful in my own right and in my own mind because I choose what success is to me. And it doesn't matter how the bank look like. If I'm making people happy, that's all I want to do. I want to serve and I want to make people happy. That's success to me. So it helped me once we kind of released all those blocks and all those stagnant perspectives. It became a little easier to reshape how I see it, and with that rebuild a whole career that now everything aligns between what I do, how I feel, and how my bank account looks like. So it's a win-win from every angle.
It's in terms of the feeling of going through hypnosis. It feels like meditation, but unlike meditation, okay, the main difference, the big difference, it's like that I can then deliver the right suggestions.
Right.
Okay, and because we have nowadays, we can understand the subconscious mind, so people are more right or left brain dominant, and try to imagine that there are two groups, and then we can break it into two more groups, so there are four different types of subconscious mind. So I
Mm,
know exactly how to deliver the right suggestions. Okay, and that's my part in the session. And
yes.
when I was shocked, now I'll tell you the behind the scene. When I was shocked, during the pre-talk, okay, I'm already communicating with the subconscious mind. I'm like, what? Are you serious? How come you don't see that Lulu-Lee is successful? So
Right.
also the pre-talk, we are doing it in a way that the subconscious mind, is like sitting, listening to us, okay? And you are a good example because you have so much awareness, okay? And you are practicing all the tools, and yet so all of us, we sometimes, I guess for that reason I work with a lot of coaches and the healers and therapists, okay, because if there is something that will create a setback, okay, it's really important to go into this state for the purpose of like
Reprogramming.
step out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a way that we can communicate with the subconscious mind in a way that I see hypnotic state as the most amazing way not to keep on wasting time.
Yes.
Okay? Because the time it keep on moving.
Right.
You were here like talking about you want to do this and that, and I'm like, you already there. It's very most of the time, people are coming and we want to do something, but it's already on the go. You're already there. Just in terms of the feeling and perceiving things, there is this huge gap between the
Yes.
two. And
Yes.
actually, in a few weeks of working, we just create the alignment.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Okay,
that
people.
really is what happened because I saw myself the way I was stuck in my mind of seeing myself, but it was a totally different. Right. Right. I want to read this comment. I can share from my personal experience that reaching the subconscious is a life-changing experience. I am a new woman after dealing with my childhood trauma. I think it just doesn't read. Let me see. I need my glasses for this. I'll read more from here. Uh, with my childhood issues, I had no. Unfortunately, your comment is too long and it doesn't show me all of it. But after I had no, I guess, idea that she had that many childhood issues.
Oftentimes people they think that working with a hypnotherapist, so you will have to go all the way back and deal with childhood and all of that. But oftentimes, most of the time, it's just like creating separation from the past,
Yes.
saying, "Okay, I can't really remember maybe most of it, okay, but I can say, okay, you know what, enough, because I want to be able to move forward in a different way."
Wait.
And
Right.
also another thing is like when people are having those setbacks, it's not always related to the childhood. Also,
Mm,
our lifestyle, when the mind is overloaded, especially nowadays, the modern life that we are having, it also create kind of, when the mind is overloaded, it will also be a setback. So with
yes.
my clients, first session, second session, it will be very, it will be more easier to understand if it's related to childhood or maybe just the lifestyle. If the mind is overloaded, you will experience because the subconscious mind will put you on this hold survival mode. We are talking defense
Ye-
mechanism.
Yes.
Okay. So the subconscious mind won't be able to send you an assistant and say, hey, you know what, I'll deal with this lifestyle, but just create setbacks. Like it
Right.
will slow you down.
Yeah,
And we
because
will
it's overwhelmed.
of course, and we will feel like stuck or that we cannot move and we cannot achieve. But come on, you need energy for that. So if the
Right.
mind is overloaded and we waste all the energy on, like dealing with the lifestyle. So the mind will hold you, will create
Mm,
reset.
nice. So
And
because it's a,
it's so, I mean, love him. It's
I
so,
know it's so interesting.
so
So
the
because it's
brain.
overwhelmed with so much that's going on from our day-to-day lifestyle, and it doesn't get to do what it's supposed to do, which is regulate our daily life. It wastes all the energy to deal with the day to day. We don't have enough energy to unlock those blocks, release them, and move past them so we can create another lifestyle. So it's basically like a catch 22. You can't, you live in your lifestyle that you're trying to break out of, but because you're constantly overwhelmed by your present moment, you are not allowing the
Yeah.
subconscious mind to do the work to help you release it. Wow.
So, in this case,
Good
let's
luck to
say
all of us.
it's not, let's say it's not childhood. Let's say it's a person that is dealing with overload. So always we will have all the emotions and thoughts and all of it. Okay. So here at this point, we can say, you know what? At least let us clear all the mess here. So we can take off all the emotional baggage from the past and deal only with the stress and fear or anxiety or whatever of this time in this person's life without
Yeah,
carrying all the baggage from the past.
yeah,
Yeah, this is all. We are talking emotions, and emotions, it's energy.
yeah,
Emotions are energy. So if we
yes,
have less baggage, we have more. It's like a swing. It's like, you reduce something for the purpose of achieving something. And so you're not
absolutely.
emotionally and energetic, and you're not drained. The
Yes,
balance, we create the balance. But once you are balanced, the energy knows how to expand itself.
I
So this
love
is
it.
to expand, to have more
Yes,
trust, more energy, more confidence, and this is the rebuild.
I love it.
As
Thank you
a
so much.
former architectural planner, I can tell you that if you want to add more levels, if you want to level up, you must have strong foundations. You can't add another story on, I don't know, like on a 10. You need to
Yeah,
have like a very strong foundations. And that's
yes.
what we are doing. We are dealing with the foundations for the purpose of
Oh,
evolving.
rebuilding. Yes, growing out of it. I love it. This is so, I listen, really is a subject that we can speak hours on.
Oh,
I want you to before we, because time flies in this show. I don't know how. It just always just I'm looking at the time, I'm like, what? We only have
yeah.
like 10 minutes left. How? Um, but I want you to, by the way, the comment before, she did finished it and said she had no idea, like she dealt with things that she didn't even have an idea that she locked them in. And I feel like this is really part of what this work why this work is so important, because we don't even know we lack those perspectives about life. I didn't even think that this what success meant to me. So when we opened and kind of unveiled it and went back to little Lulu, and there's so many different works of inner child work, but inner child on the subconscious mind, like the child way of thinking and perspective that we formed, I feel like is so beyond important and so powerful. um I want you to, I know I'm going to give everybody your gift in a second, but before they can contact you and work with you if they chose to, how would you give us a couple of tools of, like, in our day-to-day life to work with the subconscious and help ourselves out? Do you have
Uh,
anything that we can do at home?
okay, so one will be when you can't achieve something,
Mm-hmm.
okay, try to try to put the frustration aside and take
Yes.
it as a sign that the subconscious mind truly believe it's for you. It's like taking a risk.
Mm.
So as much as you can, try to understand what might be the reasons. And as you said, it's subconscious, it's on a subconscious level. So you need to reveal the real reason. But I'll say something, talking about foundations,
Yes.
okay? Uh, Two of them, okay? One of them will be sugar intake.
Mm,
Try to reduce sugar as much as you can, because not in terms of nutrition, but anytime the sugar is very high, it will create emotional swings.
mm.
And when the sugar is going up and down, okay, the subconscious mind, the part that we need to align, is creating those setbacks. So the reason why it's a good idea to reduce sugar is for the purpose of keeping the mind balance, okay? And the second one, and maybe more important, is remember from today, out of 24 hours of the day, the most important hours are the hours that we are sleeping.
Right.
So you truly have to get a very good night's sleep, because don't forget, the language of the subconscious mind is imagery and emotions,
Yes.
meaning the processing is taking place in the night. Dreams are the way of the subconscious mind to process all the I want to, I'm willing to, I need to, all the things that we want to achieve. The processing is with dreams during the night. So get a very good night's sleep. Keep the sugar as much as you can, like the
Intake
low,
low.
at the
Yeah.
low, and when you can do something, or I'll say another thing, if you can't achieve something, okay, keep in mind that by trying and not be able to act on it or achieve it, okay, the frustration will reinforce it even more.
Mm. So
Okay, so
just
it's
let
also
go. Let it go.
find a way to help the mind to overcome, rather than keep on doing the same thing. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work for a reason.
Yes.
So don't
But when
try to
resist persist.
yeah. So don't try to go against the subconscious mind, because it will be more fearful, and like this the positive change that you are trying to do
Will
become
be
is
blocked.
becoming like a threat. And if
Yes.
it's a threat, the resistance will go even higher.
Got it.
So
Okay.
this is another paradox to keep in mind.
So let's not threat our mind with resistance and frustration and leave it alone. Guys, listen. First of all, thank you. This was amazing. If you guys can, I just put a QR code. I'll take myself off, so it will be just Meital in the QR code. I just put a QR code here in the corner. If you scan it, you get a 30-minute complimentary call with Meital. She's gifting you guys that 4-hour show. I'm so grateful for her for doing it. So if you're here and you want to speak to her and you want to see how she can work with you or just hear from her personally, it's a great way to do it. She's very kind to do that for us. So I would highly suggest scanning this QR code and speaking to Meital. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. This was awesome.
Thank
Love
you.
the drawing as always. And thank you for simplifying it as much as possible so we can start understanding our subconscious mind and our life.
Thank
I
you,
wish you all
Lulu-Lee.
the best, my darling.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
you too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. If anybody have anything they want to say in the chat, Meital will still be here backstage and she can see your comments. Bye, my darling. Have an amazing rest of your day. And thank you for
Thank you.
waking up early for me. You're in Cali time.
Uh,
That was incredible. Listen, like I said, I know personally the subconscious mind work, and I know how much it changed my life and how much it worked. And what she said too, which is incredible about how at nighttime is the most important part, and because the subconscious language is imagery and emotion. When I speak to my coaching clients, and I have to explain subconscious mind, but in a simple, minimal way. Obviously, I'm not as a therapist in that field, but I always try to explain it in a way that if our dreams, when you dream, right? Sometimes you'll have a dream and you'll wake up sweating, or you wake up breathing heavy because if somebody ran after you in a dream, you can wake up just breathing heavy as if you ran. That is really how the subconscious mind works. It doesn't know reality and not, it knows emotion. And if in your mind right now you were scared or you were running, you are literally going to feel it. You can take that, own it, and use it for your benefit, because that will help you create a reality that you want. If you know that you want something to happen to you that is I don't know, let's say you have a meeting that you're trying to win something or get some kind of a business deal, or a relationship that you're looking for, a conversation that needs to happen and you want it to go a certain way. You can literally close your mind, close your eyes, close your mind to close the part of it that is actually not helping you. Um, and put yourself in that state, in that emotional state, and see and imagine it and feel it from the inside, and connect those images to the feelings, and create that idea so the subconscious mind believes it as if it's happening right now. And that's how, really, that's what visualization is all about. That's a huge part of manifesting. Everybody always speak about manifestation. That's how you do it. When you visualize, it's not imagining. Visualizing is images and feeling together. That's what creates a reality, because your mind believes to be, your subconscious mind believes it to be true, and it helps you create that reality that you want. Is she working on Zoom? Of course, mommy. She's in Cali. I'm in Brooklyn. We only did Zoom, and she's incredible. So I highly recommend hitting her up. Um, yeah, so I was telling you guys that I want to gift you something, and here is another QR code for you guys to scan. This is a meditation that I worked with, and I know my sister can testify for it. And thank you, sis, for always being here on my shows. Appreciate you so much. She calls herself my number one fan, and she really is, because she proves it day in, day out. um, this is a 5-minute meditation. I don't care if you know how to meditate, if you like how to meditate, if you never meditated in your life, you don't need to know what to do. You do this when you go to sleep. You put it in your headphones and you go to sleep with it. And it really prompts, like what Meital said, when you go to sleep, that's like when you want to hear it, where everything starts coming down and that resistance is starting to get softer. This is an incredible meditation. It's not my words. It's a meditation that I took from Dr. Wayne Dyer and ULS. I have this book, I think, in here. Yeah, ULS Anderson. It's called The Three Magic Words. It's very heavy and very deep, but it's incredible. It's a bunch of essays that teach us how to work with the subconscious mind and how to create the life that we want. But this is a meditation from that book. And when I tell you, it's just beautiful, it's powerful, it's inspirational, it reminds you who you are, what you can do, the power that's within you, the God that is within you. I love this meditation. It's one of my favorite, especially because it's short and not always I have time to do a long meditation. So, go for it, enjoy it. I hope it can help you in your journey into your subconscious. Let me see. Of course, love you. Um, this is Meital again. If you wanna talk to her, if you want to connect with her, that's her IG. Follow her. She posts different content, and she has a great uh, social media. And I also believe I shared her website. This is her website one more time for you guys. Um, the show is almost over. I want to thank you guys for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel. Where's my YouTube channel? Somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. There we go. This is me. Find me. I be with Lulu-Lee. So you can see all the episodes stay there. The recordings stay there. So you can catch up on anything that you missed. Or if you liked something specifically, you can share it with someone else. I appreciate you sharing. It's all love and light in here. And that's why we do this. If you know anyone who is looking to be a sponsor or promote their brand, please let them contact me. I'm happy to promote different products. We have different kind of sponsors coming up. Like I said, we have some athletic wear coming in and hip hop wear coming in and makeup giveaways and skincare giveaways. It's going to get fun in here. I want to thank my team as always that are working hard behind the scenes for me, my graphic designer, Chris, my motivational photographer Marcus, and my cinematographer and behind the scene photographer Brega. You can find them. They are incredible. Thank you guys again for being here, and be kind to your subconscious. Be kind to you. You know, I got my crew. They were sitting right here in the corner of my table the whole time, watching me, hanging out with me. My don't forget to be kind. No, this one is the dare to care. And this one is the healing one and the hopeful heart. So I don't know why I can't remember their names and I always have to read it. But I love them and they're kind and they're shooting rainbows from their belly. I hope to see you again next Wednesday. I'm going to have mindfulness and creative expression coach. She's awesome too. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Oh, there she is. Tal is going to be here next week for us. So thank you so much. I can't wait to see you next week too. It's going to be awesome. Enjoy your day. Don't forget to be kind. And I appreciate your time. I always tell you, time is the one commodity that you can never get back. So the fact that you chose to spend yours with me, I'm internally grateful. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next week. Here we go. Ready to jam again for my little outro? By the way, I'm working on something special for you guys, but you'll see it soon enough. All right. Bye. Many blessings.
Show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.